The quote, I lead, the universe follows. When I move, the universe moves with me. It is your personal reminder also that it starts with you. All of it, everything you want, everything you don't have, everything that's going wrong, it all fucking starts with you. You are the power source. And when you get out of your own way and you start to lead your life, that is when you'll unlock the support, the guidance, the magnetism of the universe.
Welcome to the She Who Dares podcast. I'm your host, Crystal Wilson, the founder of She Who Dares. I'm a specialized breakthrough and mindset coach, business mentor, online course creator, and your number one no BS hype woman. I'm here to remind you who the fuck you are and reignite your personal power through powerful and expanding conversations on all things business, mindset, and energetics, to help you break through to your next level of success in all areas of your life, business, and bank account. Each episode is designed to expand your mind, shift your identity, raise your frequency, as well as give you success strategies to help you step into your highest, most powerful, abundant, successful, and magnetic you. So, I dare you to join me each episode, and I double dare you to implement what you learn and go all in on you. All in on your life, your business, your success. Because if you do, like so many of my She Who Dares clients and students, you will become everything that you know deep down you can be. Ready? Let's friggin' do this.
Welcome back to the She Who Dares podcast. I'm your host, Crystal Wilson, and we had a little blip in our recording schedule last week. You may have noticed that there was no episode, and that was because we were affected by Cyclone Alfred. I live inland, about an hour and 30 minutes from Brisbane, and my team, my VA, did not have power for like 36 hours. There were horrible storms. It was a whole thing. I'm very, very grateful that I did have power the whole time, but lots of people in Queensland and New South Wales were affected. So we didn't have the capacity to release an episode last week, but we're back this week. And can I just say, I've missed you guys. I hope you missed me too. Now, this episode, I want to talk to you guys about my quote that I am known for, that you hear every time you listen to this episode, which is I lead, the universe follows. When I move, the universe moves with me. And I want to share with you how this quote came to be, what this quote really means to me, and the impact that this quote is having on the lives of not only my She Who Dares clients, but also so many women who are in the She Who Dares community. And so, how did this quote come to be? And it really came through my own life experiences. I have two speeds. One of those speeds is I move and I move quickly. I get an idea and I execute that idea quickly. And especially in my entrepreneurial business journey, I have really trained myself to get an idea. When that idea drops in, and it's like intuitive drop in, I've trained myself to collapse the amount of time between when I get that idea and when I execute. But I don't always get it right. There is also a version of me, the other speed, where I get an idea and I sit and I percolate. And it might be because I don't have the full intuitive drop in yet. Like the idea is not fully formed. It might be that something's holding me back. And being held back doesn't mean that it's something negative or like I'm blocking myself. Sometimes it means that more needs to drop in. Like I haven't quite got the fully formed idea yet to be able to action. And so they're my two speeds. I'm either getting an idea and I'm feeling it in every cell of my body and I'm actioning that idea really quickly, which has absolutely served me very well in business. And collapsing the time between when I get an idea and when I execute, it's something that I really work hard to embody. And sometimes it happens really effortlessly and it's really easy for me to do that. And other times it's not easy for me to do that. It feels hard, it feels restrictive. And the other speed is I sit and I percolate. And what I found is when I sit and percolate and marinate on an idea or a move that I want to make or a goal I want to set or achieve, sometimes I can go past my expiry. And so, what I mean by this is it's okay to take time to kind of fully form the idea before we execute it. However, there's a fine line between when you then dip into procrastination and fear is driving you not taking action on that idea. And so throughout my life, the pendulum swings from one end to the other. I'm either taking really fucking fast action or I'm marinating, I'm percolating, which can then turn into stalling. And what happens when I actually start to stall on an idea or a goal or a dream or something I'm working on? Could be a launch, it could be something in my business. When I actually kind of slip into stalling versus percolating and marinating, what actually starts to happen is I'm stalling. And what I've noticed is I am more prone once I slip into stalling to come up with what feels like really good reasons and excuses not to take action. And I also find that the more that I stall, the more mental capacity it actually takes up in my life to not take action on the thing that I want to take action on. So, what I find is I'm stalling on taking action on something, but it's taking up like every piece of my mental capacity. I'm like thinking about it constantly. And so, what has happened if I've switched from moving and leading myself to stalling and over analyzing and overthinking? And when we switch into stalling, over analyzing, overthinking about the thing we want to do, but we're not actually taking action, we can sometimes create almost like a facade in the mind where it feels like we're failing, but the truth is, we are not actually taking any action towards creating that goal. We're thinking about it every second of every day. It's consuming every part of us, but we're not actually taking any action or the types of actions that are actually going to help us to execute that idea, that move, that goal, whatever it is. And so this is how I created the quote, I lead, the universe follows. When I move, the universe moves with me. I wrote this quote through my own life experiences of noticing that sometimes I move really fucking quickly. And when I do, I can produce results that feel like they are magic. And then there are other times where I get stuck in my head and I stall and I get it very much in my mind and it's taking up all of this capacity thinking about the thing that I want to do, which almost allows me to feel like I am actually moving towards it, but I'm not. And then I'm not getting the results because I'm not taking action, but I'm thinking about it all the fucking time. And it's taking up so much of my capacity. So it feels like I'm actually working on it, but I'm not. And then what happens is our inner mean girl can start to whisper those horrible negative thoughts around, like, you're failing. See, it's not going to work. You're not going to be able to do it. But the truth is, we haven't actually fucking done anything with it yet. We're just thinking about it all the time. And so these are the two speeds. And I'm so curious if you guys can relate that maybe you also have your own two speeds. You're either taking action really quickly and moving really fast and executing and getting results really quickly, or you're stalling, you're overthinking, you're over analyzing, you're in your head. And then your head starts to tell you, see, you're not making progress. See, you can't do that thing. See, you're not capable. But the truth is, you haven't even given it a fucking shot yet. And so, through my own experiences in life, this is how I wrote the quote: I lead, the universe follows. When I move, the universe moves with me. It's a reminder. It came to me, it was an intuitive drop in, and I wrote it for myself first because it was a beautiful reminder of Crystal. When you move, when you lead yourself, when you take that step and that next step and that next step, you will always produce a result. You unlock the support, the magnetism, the power of yourself first when you do that. And when you unlock the power, that power within yourself, guess what you do? You unlock the power, the magnetism of the universe, because you are the universe. The universe is you. And so this quote, I wrote it for myself as a reminder that when I get stuck in that, in my head and in my thinking, in my inaction, right? When my inner mean girl starts to tell me a bunch of bullshit that, see, that's not going to work. Like, the truth is, I haven't even sent the fucking email yet. The truth is, I haven't even fucking launched it yet. The truth is, you haven't even applied for the job yet. The truth is, you haven't even launched a business yet. But your inner mean girl is already telling you that, see, it's not going to work, as though you've taken action, but you haven't actually taken any action yet. And so it's a beautiful reminder, when we lead ourselves in the direction that we want to go, we unlock our personal power within ourselves. And when we unlock that power, the universe supports us. You know, you have to be the one who's going to make the first move. But so many of us, myself included, so many of my clients, this is very common for women. We sit down, we sit in our head and we overthink. We think our ideas into nothing, right? We think so hard about the thing we want to do. We spend so much time over analyzing, thinking about it, that we're not actually taking action. And then we use our inaction as evidence, as though, see, it's not going to work. But you aren't actually in the arena yet. You aren't actually leading yourself. Thinking about it is not taking action. They are two very fucking different things. But we can be really good at like convincing ourselves that, well, I am taking action because I spend 24 fucking 7 thinking about that thing. But until you get in the arena, until you lead yourself and you start to move and you actually start to take the actions that are going to actually move the needle, you're just not going to get a result. You have to get in the arena. You have to actually lead yourself and move. And when you do, the universe will support you. I've had so many experiences in my life where I have evidence of this being true. And I also have so many experiences that give me evidence that I can also easily get stuck in my head and not take action. And I don't get the results when I don't take the action. Thinking about what I want does not get me what I want. I actually have to get out of my own way, lead myself and move. And when I do, the universe supports me. And so what I've noticed as I've started to share this quote over the last couple of years, you know, I teach it to my clients. It's really part of the foundational work of what I do with women. If I look at like the core of what I do, the work that I do in She Who Dares with my one-on-one coaching clients in every course I've ever created, it's very much about helping women to heal their relationship with themselves, to build their self-trust, to build their self-beliefs, so that they can really reclaim their fucking power. Like helping women to remember who the fuck they are and reclaim their power. That is truly at the essence what I do and how I help women, whether that's a woman in her personal life, in her relationships, her career, or if she has a business she wants to launch. And when we heal our relationship with ourselves, we're able to lead ourselves at a whole new level. When we build our self trust and we start to keep our promises to ourselves, when we actually honor our desires, our needs, and our wants, and we not only honor it, we go the fuck after it, right? This is all about healing your relationship with yourself, building your personal power, and getting the fuck out of your own way. and realizing that your life is worth it, your purpose is worth it, your fulfillment is worth it, your success is worth it, your happiness is worth it. And so the quote, I lead, the universe follows. When I move, the universe moves with me. It is your personal reminder also that it starts with you. All of it, everything you want, everything you don't have, everything that's going wrong, it all fucking starts with you. You are the power source. And when you get out of your own way and you start to lead your life, that is when you'll unlock the support, the guidance, the magnetism of the universe. So when you look left and you look right and you're like, she's so lucky, she has everything. I'm like, oh, you're being so fucking distracted right now. It doesn't matter what she has, right? What matters is, what do you fucking want? And are you doing anything right now to make that happen for yourself? Because it doesn't matter if she has everything you think you want. It's like, what are you doing to create that for yourself? Because the only reason that she has all the things that she wants is because she is doing this fucking work. She is in the trenches. She is in the arena. She is leading herself. She is going after what she wants. That's why she has it. And the only reason that you don't is because of you. And guess why that is so fucking empowering? Is because you are the one who can fucking change that. It's not outside of you, it's within you. I lead, the universe follows. When I move, the universe moves with me. I recently had a client reach out to me, and they've been sharing with me for a long time about scaling their business, about launching a new offer, about creating this course. We've had many, many conversations about it. And over the weekend, they just decided to fucking do the thing. They got so sick of their own bullshit and they decided to just go for it. What's the worst that could happen? And guess what happened? Within 12 hours, she had her first high paying client. Within 12 hours of launching her course, her beta test round, she had her first $2,500 client, the highest paying client, paid in full invoice she has ever received in her business in the last 4 years. And you know why it didn't happen before the weekend? Because she wasn't fucking moving. She was spending 24/7 thinking about it. She was overthinking, overanalyzing, right? Making it way bigger, way harder than it needed to be. And the minute she fucking got in the arena, created the course in one weekend, and then started put it out there, put out like one post, someone was like, I absolutely need that. Please send me an invoice. It was that fucking easy. Now, I'm not saying it's always going to be that easy. She needed that win. The universe was like, this bitch has not been in this arena once. So the minute she put her foot in, the universe was like, give her a quick win. Let's keep this ball rolling. It's not always going to be that easy. Sometimes you've got to take one step, two steps, three steps. I mean, if you look at my IVF journey, I've been in the trenches of my IVF journey for 9 fucking years. How many of you listening can say that you've wanted something for 9 years and day after day, month after month, year after year, you have failed? You've been told it's not going to happen. The only evidence you have is that this is not going to happen for you. Give up. That's what the world's saying to you. And you keep going because you hold the vision. That's what my 9-year IVF journey has taught me, is that I want this though. I believe that this is my path. And has it been easy? Hell fucking no. I've been doing this for 9 years of fails, month after month after month. And guess what? I have not given up. I often think about like, my journey of success and business, just who I am. And it's like, you can knock me down as many times as you want. I can fail. I can be humiliated. I can have a huge loss. I can feel like it's not going to work. I can lose all fucking hope, but I get back up and I keep going. And you know why? Because I fucking want it. And that is enough. So I'm using this as an example to remind you, like, some of you listening have given up on the things you wanted. You tried, it got a little bit uncomfortable and you gave the fuck up. It's time to get the fuck up and keep going. Like, you matter, your life matters, what you want matters. And then some of you listening are so disconnected from yourself that you don't even know what you want anymore. You've been telling yourself a lie that you're okay, that you're happy, that this is good enough, right? And you're actually believing your own bullshit and you're settling for mediocrity, whatever your mediocrity is. But only you know. And some of you are listening to this going, Crystal, I do all this shit and my life's fucking amazing. I'm like, yeehaw. And I'm like, I'm celebrating every single type of you. And I've been every single one. And that's why I'm like, when I speak, right? I speak with fucking passion. I speak like you can feel it because I have been every version of all the women that I support, help, and guide now. And so, yeah, I'm really passionate about it. I really care because I know it's possible for you. I know you can have the life you want, the career you want, the business you want, the marriage you want, the relationship with yourself that you want. I know that you can manifest. I know that you can create the things you want. You just got to get the fuck out of your own way. And you got to actually start leading yourself in the direction that you want to go. But if you are like, Crystal, I hear you, but I'm so fucking lost and disconnected from myself that I don't even know what direction I want to go. If that's you, then you need to book a call with me. At least be willing to take that fucking step. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, at least be willing to take that step. I often think, like, I offer like $100 call. It's an entry point call to spend, 45 minutes to an hour with me so that I can get into your life, into your relationship with yourself, into your beliefs. And I can give you a plan. I can give you guidance. And so often people reach out to me and they want that link and then they don't book in. And I don't say this with judgment. I'm just like, why are you guys so fucking weird about investing in yourselves? Why are you so fearful? I mean, I know why, because your relationship with yourself is so broken that you feel so unworthy of even investing $100 in yourself, investing an hour in yourself. Or you're so used to like telling yourself that you're fine that you just don't see the value in it. Or you tell yourself and the next biggest lie, which is, oh, I'm okay. I can do it on my own. If you can do it on your own, what the fuck are you doing? If you could do it on your own, what are you doing? Why are you wasting time? Why? It's like you've got to get good at calling yourself out on your bullshit. You've got to be able to pull a seat up to the mirror and face yourself and know when you need to push yourself, know when you need to nurture yourself, know when you need to call yourself out. Honestly, with love. So I lead, the universe follows. When I move, the universe moves with me. So many of you reach out to me in my inbox. I actually had another message from a client that I worked with. Wow, in like 2022, they did my course, Master Your Mind. And she reached out to me, and I haven't spoken to her in a really long time. And the beautiful message was, Crystal, I just wanted to reach out to you. I've been listening to the podcast, which I just love. It's always means a lot to me because when you're podcasting, you're like, is anyone there? Like tick tick, not. Is anyone listening? So it's really nice when you guys drop into my inbox and share with me the impact an episode has had on you, or like things that it's got you thinking about, or moves that you're now making. And she just shared with me how much she's been listening to the podcast and loves it, which just like made my heart flutter. And she also said, I really have been embodying your quote, I lead, the universe follows, and I've been making some really big moves in my life. And I was just like, that is why I fucking do this. Like, it made me really, really happy because it's nice to know, my highest value in business is impact. And so it impacts me greatly to know that I'm making an impact. And so this is why I wanted to touch on this quote this week because it's been coming up a lot in my life. I've had clients messaging me, telling me like, Crystal, I did the fucking thing and now this crazy fucking thing is happening and it's so cool. And I'm just like celebrating them. And then I'm having people who aren't even clients. They're just women who are in the She Who Dares world, reaching out to me, letting me know moves they're making, how they're showing up for themselves differently. And it just honestly lights my soul on fire. I celebrate every single one of you. I'm your number one fucking cheers bot. And yeah, it makes me so happy. So I don't know what you're going to take from this episode. I feel like this episode was a bit of a mismatch of lots of different things, but I know that those of you who listen to, there's a big, beautiful breakthrough. There's a lesson, there's an aha, there's a slap in the face, there's a crystal love punch for you in this episode. And however this lands for you, whatever drops in, drop into my inbox. I would love to hear from you. But I want to leave you with maybe a couple of questions, right? So you can do some reflecting. If you know what you want and you're not taking action, like, babe, it's 2025. Like, let's actually, you know where you want to go. What would be the first step that you could take? Like, let's actually get in the arena. Let's actually start leading ourselves and moving yourself in the direction that you want to go. When you do that, you're going to unlock the power of the universe and you're going to see, all those other bitches out there who are like manifesting and you're like, oh, they're so lucky. Why does it happen so easily for them? They're moving, you're not. Start moving and you'll start to see how quickly you can unlock your own personal power and the power of the universe. So that's that. If you know what you want, I want you to freaking do something about it this week. I want you to move. It doesn't have to be a ginormous step. It could be a little baby step today, a little baby step tomorrow. It's like just start to move yourself in the direction you want to go. For those of you who don't know, you're like, I'm actually like, do not know what I want. You need to connect back to you. You have turned down the volume on listening to your intuition. You're probably so disconnected from yourself. You're just giving from an empty cup that you even being asked the question, what do you want? If we were doing a call together, this happens very often when I do my calls. I ask them what they want. And it is honestly, I can see how disconnected they are from themselves because that question is so fucking hard for them to answer. And I have the tools because I've done the work. I've built the framework. I know how to help you, but I can't help you if you don't book in a call with me. I can't help you if you're not even willing to take that teeny little step. You know what I mean? I know it doesn't feel like a teeny step though. I know it feels big, but like I'll just keep banging on about it. And like if you're there, or like if you've got a big goal, like Crystal, I need to step into the next level version of myself so I can start leading and moving to create that goal. Book a call. If you are, I don't know what I want, I'm really disconnected from myself, book a call. Like all roads lead here. You're listening to the podcast, there's a reason. There's a reason that you're here listening to me. But you got to be willing to take that next step. Now, starting next week, if you're on my email list, I've got some really cool emails coming out and I've got a really cool offer opportunity starting next week. So if you're on my email list, you need to keep an eye out for that. I'm going to be talking a lot about healing your relationship with yourself, reconnecting to yourself, like how to actually release and rewire your belief systems. And I'm going to be talking about the foundational breakthrough work that I do, what that looks like, what we cover. So it's going to be really cool educational stuff. And there's going to be a really limited edition bonus offer up until the 31st of this month of March. So it's only open for a really short window and it's only available for 10 women. That's the only space that I have in my calendar. So keep an eye out. If you're not on my email list, you can also message me, DM me on social media and be like, not on your email list, want to get on that email list. And then I can get my team to add you. Whatever landed for you today, know that you're here listening. If it triggered you, if it lit you up, if it got you excited, if it got you thinking, whatever feelings you're having, feel into it. Don't dismiss it. There's something here for you. There's a breakthrough. I'm trying to crack into the surface, right? I'm trying to go deep with you. I love you guys. You're awesome. Have a wonderful week and I'll see you next week for our next episode. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining me for today's episode. If you loved this episode, be sure to share that with me by leaving me a review and head over to the She Who Dares official Instagram account at She Who Dares Official, hit follow, slide into my DMs and share with me the impact this episode has had on you. And before you go, I'm going to leave you with this. The universe is responding to you. It is following your lead. You are the one who has to move first. And when you do, the whole universe will move with you because it's I lead, the universe follows. When I move, the universe moves with me. That is our official She Who Dares mantra. I want you to write it down, put it on a mirror, and I want you to remind yourself of it every day. When I lead, the universe follows. When I move, the universe moves with me. When you follow this She Who Dares mantra, you are going to unlock the magic of the universe and you are stepping into your most powerful self. I can't wait to see you for the next episode. Thanks for being here.